KERR9000'S game room.
Hello fellow gamers, it's KERR9000, the Chrome-Faced Man here. I'm here to review StarFox 64, or as it was known in the PAL regions, Lilac Wars. So the game is a 3D rail shooter developed by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. You probably guessed that by it being called StarFox 64 and that machine's thing for having games that randomly had 64 on the end of them. It's the second instalment in the StarFox series, the first having appeared on the SNES. So before I start talking about StarFox 64, I'm going to talk a little about what led to its development. Well, following the release of StarFox in 1993, series creator Shigeru Miyamoto began working on StarFox 2 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. By 1995, Miyamoto and the team had largely finished development of StarFox 2. The SNES version of StarFox 2 was shelved due to a host of reasons, including how much the game would have cost to produce due to there being a need for a Super FX chip to be present in each cartridge. Also the fact that Miyamoto thought that the recently launched competitor consoles with increased processing power would lead to StarFox 2 looking obsolete in comparison. StarFox 2 was therefore pretty much finished but would not see an official release until 2017, when it would be one of the packing games on the awesome little Super NES Classics Edition. Seriously, if you've not checked that unit and the game itself out, I highly recommend it. They're great. Knowing that the Nintendo 64 would launch the following year with significantly increased processing power and graphical capabilities, Miyamoto made the decision to cancel StarFox 2 and start developing a new StarFox game for the N64. When working on StarFox 64, the team used a lot of the work that had been done on both StarFox and StarFox 2 to develop this new entry. It was stated in an interview that roughly 30% of StarFox 64's gameplay came from the original game, roughly 60% came from the cancelled sequel, and the remaining 10% was original work done during development. With Miyamoto saying all range mode, multiplayer mode and the Star Wolf scenario all came from StarFox 2. While I'm talking about interesting little pieces of trivia, I might as well add that StarFox 64 was the first Nintendo 64 game to feature support for the system's Rumble Pack peripheral, which made the joypad shake in response to in-game prompts, something which seemed revolutionary at the time, but we kind of take for granted now, with this sort of thing being built into most controllers nowadays. But it actually did influence my own purchasing decision. You see, I thought, wow, this Rumble thing's cool, and it'll be something that'll catch on and will be used in a lot of future games. Why not grab it while the going is good with a game with a title I'm familiar with? It's also interesting to note that years after the game's release, a substantial number of unused assets were found to be on the cartridge. Assets including unused icons, audio files, power-ups, and even levels. I mean, that's really impressive when you think about, for a cartridge at least, how much digitised audio is already present in this game. Apparently, since its release in 1997, the game sold over 4 million copies, which made it the best-selling game in the series to date, and the 9th best-selling game on the system. When you've got a system that also has Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, you know, that's a pretty good thing to be able to say. Now, the game has, in my opinion, great graphics. I really love it. So it's a big update from the SNES version. The sound is beautiful. The digitised speech is really well done, but, and this is where I'm going to have to go to bat for the original StarFox, there is just something about me that really prefers that Muppet Baby-esque voices the old SNES one has. Yeah, it's great to hear do a barrel roll fox and all that in plain speech, but there's just something magical and Jim Henson-like when you hear these StarFox pilots go, which I think is lost in this sequel. Personally, I'd have stuck with that. But, you know, you can't hold a game down for that. And there is the thing that I played the original StarFox first, and it's the one that it seemed the biggest jump to me. I hadn't experienced anything quite like that, which is often the case with an original intellectual property. It hits first, and therefore it sort of sets this thing in your mind that future versions have to beat. I love the whole branching pathways in this game, and something with it that I can particularly say is cool. There's a mission where a bomber's been set and it's going to go off. Now, in most games, if a bomb's been set and you are told to stop it, If you don't stop it, this would be game over, flat dead, boom. No, in this game, if you don't manage to get the bomb, yes, you're told it's a setback and it sucks, but the game actually carries on. It branches out and you continue playing. Which, that sort of stuff actually makes you want to play this more. You want to see what happens when different things happen. Yes, it doesn't take a million years to finish StarFox 64. It's not a particularly long game. But to me, it's one of those games which is the gaming equivalent of a comfortable old t-shirt. One of your favourites. You know, you might not wear it every day, it might not be constant, but you're always going to go back to the cupboard, get it out, put it on, strut your stuff. You know it's always there, it always feels cool, it always makes you happy. It's a good old, dependable, reliable piece of fun in your life. When I put StarFox on to record for this video, it was just like being back there playing it again like I did the first time. And I know that basically as long as I live, I'll be able to pick this game up and have a quick blast, and it will always feel just as cool. Now, if I was going to give this game a rating, I suppose I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's not the best game in the world, but it is a darn good game. It's fun, I like it, very few faults with it. Just personally, I'd have sticked with the Muppet Babies' cool voices and kept my characters feeling a little bit more alien-esque. You know, it's a bit how, like, Link in Zelda doesn't talk and people are kind of resistant to him talking because they've got this idea in their head and they don't want something that sounds different to the idea. Well, the idea of this whole as a language was gelled in my head, so hearing something different kind of broke that immersion. Now, this is actually the first N64 game I've made a video for. Hopefully there'll be others, because despite my dislike for the joypad, which is a controversial thing to say, I think it's a proper darn good system. Okay, that's KERR9000'S saying, have a great rest of your day, take care of yourselves and each other, and keep on playing those games. Peace out. Hi, it's KERR9000'S. Thank you for checking out my video and for making it to the end. If you'd like to subscribe, then there'll be a little thing for you to click on right near the end, and you'll also see a link to one of my videos and one of my playlists. I make reviews of horror films, both modern and retro video game reviews, science fiction film reviews, and all kinds of other stuff. I even show off some of my collection. You can also find me on the Retro Gamer Unofficial Forum, which is a great place for retro gaming chat, and it keeps on growing every day. It's well worth checking out. Once again, thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.